Hey guys, it's Rachel. I wanted to do a quick little update video. I don't usually do these kind of update videos like vlogs very often because this is more of a beauty fashion channel, but I just wanted to update you guys a little bit on what I've been up to and have a few random things to tell you guys and why I haven't been making videos in the past few weeks. So I guess I'll just get right into it. So I'm going to start around the first weekend in April, which was awesome. So on Friday the 1st, I took a day trip to this really cute little city called Amboise, and with my friends, my American friends who I hang out with a lot here in France. So we went to Amboise during the day on the train. It's pretty close to where we live. It just took about an hour on the train. And it's a really cute little city. It's where Leonardo da Vinci spent the last, I don't know how many years, the last bit of his life, and he was buried there. And what's really cool is that there's these huge gardens, the Leonardo da Vinci gardens that you can visit, that we visited, that we kind of snuck into without paying. Because, anyway, so we got into the gardens, and they're really awesome because they have life-size reproductions of some of his inventions, like one of the first treadmills and just different things. I'll attach some pictures at the end, but it was really fun. It had a cool like playground, and it was really beautiful. It's been gorgeous in France, really sunny and with really warm temperatures, which I've heard is the same thing in the States. Hopefully it sticks around for a while because it's been so lovely here in France. Because I'm pretty north, actually, so this is quite abnormal, in fact. But anyway. So then on Saturday, I did a really fun trip to another city. Here in France, there's a really cool, well, in France, biking is a huge pastime, which is why, you know, there's such a big stereotype of people on bikes in France. With the Tour de France and all that, it's just a big cultural thing in France, biking. So, as I've mentioned in some of my other videos, I have a rented bike from the city of Angers, where I live, and it's free for 3 months, and you can renew it. So I really wanted to take advantage of that because I do love biking. So, and what's cool is a lot of the different regions in France have set up bike paths that are 100% greenways, which means bike paths in nature where, you know, cars can't go really. Well, they're not 100% greenways, but they're great paths just for bikes. And so in the Loire Valley area, it's called Loire à Vélo, which means Loire, which is the region I live in, by bike. And it's so cool. You can go to all these different places, and the route is totally already pre-made, and it just has signs. You just follow the signs and you just get there, and the scenery is beautiful. You really get to see kind of the unseen territory of France. You get to see kind of the countryside and sometimes farms, and what else? Like just right along the Loire River, which is beautiful. So we did a trip that was to a city called Saumur, and we really didn't know what we were getting ourselves into. We thought, okay, it's 60 kilometers, which is about 35 miles. We thought, oh, that'll be fine. We could probably do it in maybe 3.5 hours, which was not the case. We really underestimated how long it would take, because it took us about 6 hours. We took a picnic in the middle, but it takes about 6 hours to get that far. We weren't riding very fast, obviously, but it takes a while. And when we got there, we were so tired. Our butts hurt so bad, but it was so worth it. It was so much fun. So when we got to the city, we were pretty gross, but we visited the chateau, the castle there, and we just went around the city a little bit, checked it out. It's a really cute, charming little city, a little bit cosmopolitan because it is on the Loire River. what else? We went to a little creperie, had some crepes. So that was really, really fun. I really enjoyed doing that. So, and then we took our bikes back on the train, which was amazing, because we could not have gone all the way back on our bikes. So what's cool is on a lot of the trains in France, you can just take your bike back, or there and back. So that's really cool. So, and then the next week, I had a pretty crazy week. On Monday, I had a presentation in my French language class, which is like 100%, almost 100% of my grade in there. So that was stressful. And then I had another, they're big on presentations here. I feel like a lot more in the States you have oral presentations than exams sometimes, which is kind of interesting. And it's good because it makes you practice your French. So that's obviously really important. So yeah, I had that, sorry, I'm looking at my calendar. So that was on Wednesday. And then on Thursday, things got interesting. So we decided to go to the lake. There's a beautiful lake in Angers that we hadn't even gone to yet because it had been so cold. So we went to the lake on our bikes, not far at all, maybe 15 minutes by bike. And we just laid out at the beach. There's like a little kind of fake beach by the lake. And I will say that I was shocked because, you know, I knew that at the beach, a lot of French women would take off their bathing suit tops. But I didn't realize at a public lake that they would do the same thing. But there was definitely a lot of women sunbathing topless, which I thought was kind of funny. Obviously, I was too embarrassed to do it, but maybe if I go to the beach. So we had a great day. We made a picnic. We just had a lot of fun, just sitting out, getting tan. And so we were there most of the day. And then when we were riding our bikes back from the lake is when I had my bike accident. So we were on this hill going down. I was with 4 of my friends, and it was a gravel hill, and our bikes are not mountain bikes. They're more like almost beach cruisers, so they're really not made for kind of difficult terrain. So we're going downhill, and it's really, really fast because you're going downhill, and my friend was in front of me. I didn't know exactly the way we were going, so he's going, we're both going really fast, and he makes a sharp turn left, and my front tire just bounces off his front tire, and I just am thrown off my bike and just am going downhill on gravel. And so I'll show you guys some of my battle scars, and they're not even as bad. As you can tell, this is like almost a week. Well, how many days ago was this? A couple days, no, 1, 2, 3, 4 days ago. So, and I have like some here. I have a huge bruise and some more scars on my foot. So it was really not pleasant. I was bleeding, and it ripped my dress, which I was really pissed about, but better rip my dress than my skin, I guess. But one of my favorite dresses, so that sucked. But it's not too bad. I think I can still wear it. So anyway, I get back, and I'm just get bandaged up, and just, oh my gosh, but when I put the peroxide, I was screaming. It was the worst. Because I just really needed to get them disinfected because it was really dirty. So that was Thursday. And then Friday we went to the lake again. And I started to notice that my hands were burning, and my feet were burning, but not a lot of the rest of my body. A little bit my nose and my lips, but really my hands were just burning. And I just found it so strange because, I don't know, usually I don't feel like your hands are burning. It's your shoulders or your stomach. So it was really weird, but I didn't think too much of it. So I just tried to cover them up. And then the next day, I had another Loire Velo trip planned. So we were going to ride, so we took the train at 7:26 a.m. Very early, my friends. We took the train at 7:26 to a city called Tours, which is a beautiful city, not too far from here. So the train was about an hour. So we get to tour, and we bike around the city. We bike around some really pretty vineyards, and the actual bike trip is from the city to a castle that's about, I don't know, 12, maybe less. Yeah, it's about 12, what am I saying? 12 miles away. So it's not so bad compared to the other trip that was 35 miles. But this trip I do have to go there and back, so it's about 24 miles, but still less than 35. So, but while we're on the trip, I start noticing that my hands are just so in pain, and they're just burning, and I just can't really enjoy myself on this bike trip because my hands are literally on fire, and I'm just trying to focus, trying to keep going. But they just keep getting redder and redder, and I notice my forehead's burning a little bit, and my nose and my lips are still burning, and I'm just really uncomfortable. So we get to the castle, and we check out the gardens, which were so beautiful, so lovely. I'll attach some pictures at the end of all this kind of stuff that I'm talking about, but I just was so in pain, I couldn't really enjoy it. So we go back, and I just want to get back to my room and like see if I can sort of sort this out. So we take the train back. We get back to Angers at about, I don't know what time it was, maybe 9 p.m. And I'm exhausted from the day, and I just really kind of want to go to sleep, but my hands are burning, and it just keeps getting progressively worse. And it literally felt like my hands were on fire, not just burning like a regular burn, which is uncomfortable, but like there was a match that was lit on my hands. And it was brutal. Probably one of the worst pains I've ever been in my life, and I really wanted to go to the hospital or do something, but I didn't know how to get there. I don't have a car, you know, it's just really complicated. It was 4 a.m. by the time it got to the worst point. And so I ended up just taking some sleeping pills to try to get myself to sleep, to try to sleep off the pain. So eventually I fell asleep, probably at 6 a.m. And by the time I woke up, you know, the next day, the pain had subsided a lot. And I started researching it online because I needed to know what was the deal. And when I woke up, my hands were just so red. They still are, you can tell. Just lobster red. And I had a sun blister on my lip. My forehead had sun blisters. My nose, you can't tell now, but it's still peeling. And I found out that it is a big side effect of the medicine I'm taking, which is Doxycycline, which is an acne medication. In the tetracycline family, there's monocycline, I think, minocycline, tetracycline, and doxycycline. And I'm taking doxycycline, and it hasn't really helped at all for my skin. And so the first time I actually noticed a difference is that my hands are on fire. So when I researched it, I found that a lot of people, when they went in the sun, had what was called burning hand syndrome, which is what I had. And it's just the most horrible pain I've ever been in. And so I have stopped taking the pill. I just wanted to warn anyone out there who might be taking it. I did know that it did make you a little bit more sensitive to the sun, but I didn't know about the burning hand because I had been wearing sunscreen the entire time, but this was really serious. So I just wanted to tell you guys about it. But obviously I'm better now, but it was really a tough weekend. So I'm in recovery mode now with my scars and my pink nose and pink hands. But all in all, I've just been having a great time in France. I love visiting other cities. France is a beautiful, beautiful country. This weekend, I'm going to see another castle. There's so many castles in France, I can't even tell you. And then going to the seaboard, just west of where I am, in Angers, with the international students at my school. So that should be really fun. Yeah, so, oh, and I forgot to mention that on my bike trip, we went in the Cher River, which was so fun. It was the first time that I had been swimming this season, and there was like a swing attached to a tree, and we just jumped off into it. It was so fun during a bike trip because we were so hot and sweaty. But anyway, so I'm going to attach some pictures of what I've mentioned. I'm sorry this video was so long. I hope that some of you guys might have enjoyed it. I know it wasn't that interesting, but don't worry, I'm going to make some videos soon. I'm going to do another French fashion haul. I've gotten some more clothes, some of my tips for spring hair and makeup, all that kind of stuff. So stay tuned. I will have some beauty and fashion videos soon, and I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Thanks for watching. Bye.